So, ladies and gentlemen, back in the 1960s, late 60s, there was a great song called A Boy Named Sue. Now, the whole plot of the song was the father of the piece named the Johnny Cash character Sue because he wanted him to be tough and to gain respect and fight what was for right and fight for their future. Now, when you're an NHL hockey player, when you're called Carol, you better be tough. And this player was one of the most respected and toughest players of his era. He was a Stanley Cup champion with Montreal and Boston, and was considered probably one of the most smoothest defensemen of his era. Now, Carol Vadnais, born Carol Marcel Vadnais, on September 25th, 1945, played 17 seasons in the NHL from 1967 until 1983. Like I said, Vadnais won 2 Stanley Cups during his career, in 1968 with the Habs and again in 72 with the Bruins. Now, he originally came up as a forward and was shifted to defense in his final year of junior hockey with the Montreal Junior Canadiens. In his first NHL training camp, he made the Habs for the 66-67 season. While the Canadiens were initially successful in not exposing Vadnais to the 67 expansion draft, he was left unprotected after the season and would be claimed by the expansion Oakland Seals in June 1968 after Vadnais won the Cup, and the Seals were looking for some strength on defense. With his experience, he quickly became a dominant force with the Seals and was named captain of the squad at the start of the 71-72 season, but ironically he was traded to a much stronger team, the Boston Bruins. Now, he was one of the first players of the 1970s to be picked up in the playoff run, and sure paid off. The Bruins outbid Vadnais' old club, the Canadian Security Services. The move paid off, and Vadnais headed the Bruins' second defense pairing behind Bobby Orr's first unit, so he's playing anywhere between 18 and 20 minutes a game. Now, again, he was part of a big trade in 1975 that sent him and Phil Esposito to the New York Rangers, and Vadnais went on to play 7 seasons for the Rangers and 1 more for the Devils before retiring in 1983. Now, Vadnais played 1,087 career games, scoring 169 goals and 418 assists for 587 points, and a very high total of 1,813 penalty minutes. In his best season, which was 1975 with the Bruins, he scored 18 goals and set career highs with 56 assists and 74 points. Vadnais participated in 6 NHL All-Star games and was a member of possibly the best Team Canada of all time at the 76 Canada Cup, but unfortunately didn't play, and at the 1977 World Ice Hockey Championships when Team Canada returned to IAAHF championship play. Now, Vadnais, after his playing retirement, joined the Rangers coaching staff and as assistant for the 83, 84, and 84, 85 seasons, and this was followed by 1 season as head coach of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League's Verdun Junior Canadiens, after which Vadnais left the squad and didn't go back. Now, after hockey, Vadnais was a well-respected real estate agent in the Montreal area, and unfortunately his wife Raymond died of cancer in 2004, and he passed away from disease on October 31st, 2014 at the relatively young age of 68. Now, in the 2009 book 100 Ranger Greats, he was ranked number 52 all time, and just to recount the All-Star team selections: 69, 70, 72, 75, 76, and 78. But again, his time with the Seals, and what really stood out for me was that 69-70 season where the Seals made the playoffs that year. He had a big total of 44 points, including 24 goals in the regular season. Although the season in 76 was better statistically, he was a force on a team that basically needed someone like him to quarterback the defense and the offense at the same time. Playoff totals were impressive as well. 106 games, 10 goals, 40 assists for 50 points, and his best statistical year in the playoffs actually was the year that Bruins couldn't win the Stanley Cup in a return visit in 1974, as he had 13 points in 16 games, including 13 assists. What's ironic about Carol Vadnais, and a lot of people don't really talk about this, is that he was one of the former Habs that really helped out with expansion, and he legitimized a SEAL team. He also had Charlie Hodge and other key players, but he did well. And Team Canada '77, which was a very underrated squad, finished out of the medals. That year he had 10 games, a goal, and 3 assists for 4 points. So again, Carol Vadnais, a very, very solid player. If you're a defenseman playing on the same team with Bobby Orr, and you almost cracked the number one pairing, because if I'm not mistaken, Al Sims was normally Bobby Orr's stay-at-home partner, but Vadnais, my God, when Vadnais and Bobby Orr were quarterbacking the defense, Boston, had a great squad. And I still think that '74 Cup was easily Boston, but the Broad Street Bullies were a little bit too much because, Bobby Orr was still hobbled. I really don't think player for player the Bruins had enough firepower for the Flyers that year. And don't forget the Flyers won some key games on the road that year against Boston, and that played a factor. So again, Carol Vadnais, talented player, another one of the forgotten Montreal Canadian Cup winners of that late '60s era. And he stands out as probably not only one of the most underrated defensemen of all time, probably the only, if I'm not mistaken, he's the only Carol to score 20 goals in a regular season. We still don't know why he was named Carol. Maybe it was a beautiful woman in his family who was named after, because he's a very handsome guy. You have to be handsome if you're called Carol. Have a good afternoon. Bye.